Hey guys, welcome back to Edible TV. It's time to talk about Harry Maguire, okay? I need to get straight into this. During these international breaks, we really don't have that much to talk about. Yes, some players go and do interviews on their international breaks and they get to say what they want to say about the team, about the performances. And Bruno's been one of those players. In terms of Maguire, look, Mark Ogden putting a report out that sources close to Harry Maguire claimed that one of the reasons performances were terrible last season from Maguire is the fact he didn't play with pace around him. And I'm thinking, mate, you played with Varane. You played with Martinez in the start of the season. Yes, look, you need to get used to playing with each other. But you played with Varane last season, what, maybe 15, 20 games? You had enough time to, get used to Varane last season. And we were poor. And let's not get it twisted. Abumlahor, look, constantly defending Maguire, saying he's our best centre-back. I don't know what he's watching, but he's moving mad. And I think some of these pundits really just do this to really get a reaction, because if he really believes Maguire's our best centre-back, then I don't know what he's smoking. The fact that these reports claim that if Ruben Diaz came to Man United and he would struggle as much as Maguire did last season, first of all, I think he would struggle. I think there is some sort of truth in that. But are you trying to say Maguire is better than Ruben Diaz? Are you trying to say Maguire would suit playing in a City team? Look, first of all, Diaz is quicker than Maguire. He's more agile. He's a better passer with the ball. Better in the air, probably about the same. Maguire's pretty good in the air, but I mean his positional sense is a lot better. He's just a better defender overall than Maguire is. Okay, yes, he would have struggled last season, but I tell you what, we probably would have conceded less goals. Partly the reason why we conceded a lot of goals last season was because our midfield was dreadful. I mean, we were being ripped apart. The gaps in midfield, the lack of ability from McTominay and Fred on the ball in possession, the passing was dreadful. And we weren't efficient on the ball. We weren't. Last season, we were terrible on the ball. And a lot of games, we would have 55, 60% possession against these smaller teams, but we wouldn't do anything with it. If anything, I'd be surprised at the end of the game we had so much possession, because every time I looked at the ball, we were getting intercepted or tackled or pressed into panicking. And that's what we saw last season. And our midfield was getting ripped apart. The gaps there were exploited. And you saw it last season. And this is partly the reason why our defence was getting ripped apart. Look at the difference in our defence now. Dalot, one of these players last season who a lot of people were saying, sell him. Same in Maguire, same in Lindelof, same in Luke Shaw last season, okay? Now look at our back four. Dalot's being one of our most improved players. Look, he's been really good. I think statistically he's been one of the best right backs in the league. Martinez, you already know. Varane, you already know. And Malacia has been very good as well. He's been a bargain for his ability and what his skills are and his strengths. He's been a bargain. But all this nonsense coming out about Maguire, look, stop giving it excuses. And if this came directly from Maguire's mouth, this guy needs to go, because I don't think so though. This could be someone close to him who maybe has their opinions about Maguire's situation. And look, Maguire will play games this season. It's not guaranteed that Martinez and Varane will stay fit for the whole season. They won't. Either way, even if they did, you need to rotate. You need place to rest, right? October's going to be a heavy month for football. Then we've got the World Cup, and then you still got the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, and it's going to be crazy. I'm not going to lie, it's going to be crazy. But Maguire and Lindelof will probably still play 15 to 20 games this season, if not more, because there's still no guarantee Varane won't get injured. Martinez will probably be sent off eventually. I mean, he's got quite a few yellow cards now. And that's it. I mean, I've seen people talking about Maguire being sold in January. It's not going to happen. We're not going to get his money back anyway, regardless if it is in January or in the summer. But I would get rid of Maguire in the summer. I don't think he's good enough. And look, yes, I've said it this whole time. I don't rate him, but he's not the reason why we've lost loads of games last season. He's not the reason why. Yes, he's been dreadful. Atletico Madrid, I remember in the Champions League. Joao Felix, that beautiful header. Maguire. Brighton last season, Maguire. I just remember loads of games where we've been ripped defensively because this guy's out of position, and you can't do what Martinez and Varane do. You can't put pressure on opposition attack like Maguire does, because he doesn't have enough, like Martinez does, because Maguire simply doesn't have the recovery pace. He doesn't. He slows the game down. He really does. He slows everything down, and we can't have a player like that in the centre-back position. We need quick football. And this is what we've seen under 10. Like, yes, we haven't been so dominant in possession like we all want to see. It's going to take time. But we've been a lot more efficient on the ball. We've passed the ball quicker. We're getting the ball a lot quicker into our attacking players. The passes in between the lines from Eriksen, even from Martinez. These are things we don't see from Maguire and Lindelof. So I get confused when I hear these things about about Maguire. I just hear a lot of nonsense coming out from these reports, and the fact that some of these pundits are trying to claim, like even Gary Neville saying he doesn't know what happened. You know, oh my God, what did Ten Hag do in the Premier League? We're winning 4 games in a row. He's dropped Maguire. He's fair enough. He's dropped Ronaldo as well, because look, we're not going to get that press from Ronaldo, and we've played. Look, someone in Rashford who for me is not a striker and needs to go back on the wing, but we do get a bit more of a press from Rashford. Not very consistent press during a game, but still more than what Ronaldo offers in 90 minutes. And it's, look, we've played counter-attacking football. Ronaldo doesn't suit counter-attacking football. You need a fantastic midfield and a fantastic defence to get Ronaldo those chances. And even in the Sheriff game, we played a very strong, probably the strongest team we've played this whole season. But even then, it was hard to get those chances for Ronaldo because he didn't have that many chances in the game. So it's about individual performance. This is about team performance. It's about who you're facing in terms of the opposition, what their strengths are, if they're going to sit in a deep block, if they're going to try and press us. Look, Ten Hag's style of football might not even work in the Premier League, you know, in terms of how we played at Ajax, because there's a lot better passes on the ball in the Premier League. It's more physical, and if we try and do all of this constant counter press and pressing in the centre of the pitch, at the end of the day, there will be players that will be able to pick up passes in between the lines and long balls, especially when you've got a smaller centre-back in Martinez, where if you're trying to counter-press and press, your defence is being exposed, there's a massive gap, and a goal is there. Against bigger teams, it will be exploited, you know. So, that's it. That's the Premier League. So, guys, let me know what you think. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.